Good evening, friends. Hope you can hear my voice and see the screen. Give me a quick check, please. Yes. So I welcome you all to this session of momentum impulse pattern, and this is another very important pattern. Okay. So before I take you through these slides, I would request each one of you to go through the disclaimer once. Okay then, so let us start today's discussion about momentum impulse pattern, or known as MIP. So what are those and how they help us to trade? Let us learn that. Okay. So the game in price action based trading is, no audio. Everybody give me a check whether you can hear my voice, or are you able to hear me? Give me a check. Audible? I think, Jay, it is a problem at your end. You need to click the phone button to get audio. Otherwise, everybody is able to hear. Okay. So let us start today's session. It is about momentum impulse pattern. So as I said, in a price action strategy, the game is to find where demand exceeds supply and supply exceeds demand. So this is the thing we need to always look for. So how will I know that the demand exceeds supply and supply exceeds demand? The easiest way to understand is by looking for the engulfs. Okay, is by looking for the engulfs. Okay, so here price is moving, price has created a support, a resistance, moving in sideways range, right? We have learned this: when a sideways range gets broken, price engulfs resistance. What kind of a zone gets created here? And the resistance line is cutting through the base candle. What kind of a zone gets created there? Anybody? What kind of a zone is this? This is demand zone or break limit zone? Which one? It's a break limit zone and not demand zone. Demand and supply is everything, right? So it is a break limit zone. We know that. So one engulf creates break limit zone. Why? Because there is only one engulf and this is the engulf of one resistance. Okay. Now, when double engulf happens in the same direction of the train, then price creates the momentum impulse pattern or MIP. So for a MIP we need double engulf. Okay, so that means we need engulf of two resistance simultaneously. Okay, so how it happens? So the key component of a MIP demand is a engulf of a resistance happens. The resistance can be major resistance or a minor resistance. Okay, so this is my first engulf. Okay, because price has already engulfed this resistance, right? So this is my first engulf, followed by thereafter, after creating the engulf of the resistance, price will create a drop base rally structure. Okay, so after the engulf of the resistance, price will create a drop base and a rally structure. So this is the second component which we can find in a momentum impulse pattern. And the third part is, then after creating the drop base rally, price will engulf the newly created minor resistance. So this is my minor resistance here which got created just right now. Okay, and price will engulf that. So once it engulfs the minor resistance as well, this is my engulf number 2. So then what happens? This drop base rally structure, we call it as a MIP structure, and we put our proximal line at the base candle or distal line below, and we take the trade when price returns to our MIP pattern. So by this double engulf of resistances, we come to know that demand exceeds supply here. Friends, last day we have learned break limit zone. Break limit zone is created with the price structure rally base rally and drop base drop. Okay, but MIPs are created by drop base rally structure and rally base drop structure. Okay, so this is how the MIP structure forms. There will be two engulfs of two resistances back to back. Okay, and this engulfs, obviously price is breaking resistance in a trend, right? It breaks resistances in a trend. So price is in uptrend and price is breaking the resistances and creating MIPs. Anybody has any confusion, any challenge about this pattern? Any challenge that you are not able to understand the pattern? The shape of this pattern, right? The shape of this pattern in a line chart will look like a V. Okay, look like a V in a line chart. This drop base rally will look like a V. It will not look like a W in a line chart. So always mind this. Why I will teach you that in the live sessions, right, in real time. Why I do not want W's, rather V structures are better. Okay. So anybody has any confusion, any challenge, please let me know before I move forward. That's it. There is nothing more about this pattern. It is as simple as that, that price will engulf a support, whether major or minor, then price will create a drop base rally, and thereafter price will engulf the newly created resistance as well. And if that happens, we get our MIP structure, we will put our proximal line, distal line, and we will take the trade on retracement. Okay, so this is MIP demand. So similarly, price is moving in sideways range between major and minor support, and then the break happened, a break limit zone got created, price returned to the break limit zone. So thereafter base gets created, price rallies, and price engulfs another minor resistance. So by this I have got engulf number 1 and then engulf number 2. So this is my MIP structure formed in the price, right? So we have learnt it in the last slide. Okay. Now the MIP is a signal that price is in a trend. So if demand MIPs are getting created, that means price is in uptrend. So when in a trend, price will continuously create MIPs after MIPs. Okay. So how it happens? Price will move up, again create a drop, a base, and a rally. By this, it will again break another minor resistance and engulf it. Now, what will happen? I will take the previous engulf as now engulf number 1 for this MIP, and this will act as a engulf number 2. And this way, this structure also will become a MIP here. So this is my MIP number 2. This is how it gets created in the charts. Okay. So then price will again move up, price will come down, another drop, base, rally formed, and another minor resistance got engulfed here. Once the engulf happened, we know that price has already engulfed one resistance. Thereafter price created a drop, base, rally, and then another minor resistance got engulfed. So this also in the price chart is known as a MIP. So when price is creating a lot of MIPs, it means it is in uptrend, and it will continue to go up and create this kind of MIPs. In a trend, MIPs do not fail. They do not fail basically. Ravi says, can we but our entry at first engulf? You see, there are two trades happen, Ravi. First trade, you would have taken at the break limit zone, right? Because you have taken a trade at the break limit zone, price will move up, you will get a big trade. You can book it here or you can hold it, right? Once price engulfs, another MIP got created there. So this is the second trade available there, right, which you have taken. Now, once price move up, creates another MIP, this is the third trade which is available there at this position. If price comes down, I can take a trade. Are you getting it, Ravi? Any questions? Are you clear on this? Yes, Richter, we can draw MIP without base candles. That is known as pivot MIP. Okay. In pivot MIPs, you will have no base candle, a red momentum candle followed by a green momentum candle. Okay. So this type of MIPs are known as pivot MIPs. Okay. So you can take a trade there. Okay. Doesn't need a base candle. These are advanced patterns. Okay. Great. So MIPs happen when price is in trend, okay, uptrend or downtrend. When in uptrend, price will continuously create MIPs after MIPs like this, okay. So one MIP can create another MIP and so on and so forth. This can continue. One after another MIPs on the chart, okay. There can be gaps between MIP. There can be MIPs which are test of each other, okay. Anshul, break limit zone is a different structure, is a rally based rally structure, and this one is a uh, drop based rally structure. These are two different price structures. Okay, they are not same, first of all. And break limit zones without base or without gap or without overlapping wicks cannot be traded. But the chart you have posted, there is some other pattern, that is why that area worked. It is not break limit zone that worked. There is another pattern which worked. Okay, so you need to understand that. When I will take you through that pattern, then only you will be understanding what is there. Right? So in a break limit zone, if you don't have a base candle, gap or overlapping wicks, you cannot trade it. Right? So it is not possible. That is a different set and this is a different set. Yes, Richter, you are correct. Break limited zone is continuous and MIP is reversal. Correct. Okay, this is a reversal pattern. Basically, price dropped and then stopped and then turned up. So these are called reversal patterns. Okay, and break limit zones are called continuation pattern because they form in a continuation of the price. Okay. So anyway, now this is MIP structure. The structure of the MIP should be V-like shape. It should not be like many people do a wrong thing here. What they do, I mean, price moved up, breaks resistance, moves up, creates another resistance, comes down, and then price moves sideways, and then price goes up. Okay, breaks the minor resistance. Tell me, if this happens, what pattern is this? You already have learned. What pattern got formed? What pattern got formed here? If this is the sequence, what happens there? What pattern got created? It is not break limit zone. What is this pattern called? There is a engulf happened of the resistance. Sideways way is there? No. Sideways is okay. It is sideways. I know that. I am showing you that. But there is an engulf. What pattern we will call it? Flag is okay. Flag means a sideways channel. That's it. Sideways channel, flag, all are same. Absolutely not a break limit zone. Another. What about institutional trap curve? All of you forgot? It has a zone. What kind of a zone is this? When a sideways breakout happens at the upper side, what kind of a zone gets created? Right? So this is a reaccumulation gets created if price creates such kind of a zone. Okay? So this is not a MIP, rather this is a reaccumulation. Okay? This is a accumulation, this is a reaccumulation. Don't forget. If you forget, you are missing some kind of a zone, okay, which could have worked in your favor. So not all zones are MIPs and not all zones are reaccumulations, and neither all zones are break limit zones. They are different price structures and they have different price behaviors. Okay. So understand, even if, okay, even if price moves here like a W, it still can be taken as an accumulation if a breakout happens. Okay, so that is a different structure, and we will be very clear on this, that MIP structure is a drop based rally structure which looks like a V shape. Okay, price making a V shape. Another thing about MIP, sometimes this drop candle can be base candles. So don't worry on that. This drop candle can be base candle. This green candle can be base candle. Not to worry. Price, what you need to look at is price is engulfing a resistance, stops somewhere, comes down, creates bases, and then engulfs the newly formed resistance. By this, a V-like shape happening on the chart. So if that happens, this will be counted as a MIP, though maybe the entire structure is, I mean, there is no momentum moving candle, still it is an MIP. Okay. Yes, institutional trap curve, we need to check in analysis time frame, Anshul. Okay. So, okay, and whichever time frame you trade, you may check it. Okay, no problem at all. So friends, one thing more about MIP, taking trade on MIP, sometimes if you put your entry at the base candle high, you will, I mean, mostly miss MIP trades. Okay. So where from the MIP trade should be taken? You should take the close of this green candle. You should make, I mean, you should take the close of this green candle and you should mark a proximal line there. And your distal line should be below the base. And if price comes, you should be taking the trade from this high. Okay, because from here the V shape happens. Okay, and most of the time price comes down to the top and from there it moves up in our MIP, and in this way you will miss a good trade. And also when price returns again after this first touch, it may break, even if it looks fresh, but it will break this zone. So these are couple of things from my observation I am telling you. Okay, keep this in mind or keep a note of this. Okay, with you all. So friends, any challenges, any questions on this, any doubts? It is the most typical of the patterns. And one thing, this pattern we will learn when it breaks what happens. Okay, when it breaks, I mean big, so when it breaks, the trend change happens. Okay, so that is the reason this pattern is very, very important. Now Lakish has a question. Stop loss will be very big. What happens, Lakish? You are not taking that trade there, so you are not been able to take a very nice trade, and at the end you are taking the trade at this base and the base gets engulfed. I mean, it gets stopped out. What will you feel? You will feel that the structure didn't work. You will feel that all these are nonsense which we are learning here, right? So every structure has its own behavioral aspect. You have to follow them. So once this structure price moves up from the head and then it comes down to the entry, you should not be taking any entry here, right? You should always be taking entry at the top. Okay, mostly you will see a lot of base candles here. Yes, for all MIPs, Lakish. Okay. So the key components of a supply MIP. That means there is no MIP, Jai Prasad. What if the price returns to MIP zone before engulf of the minor resistance? Shall we still take the trade? Understand, without the engulf of the minor resistance, the MIP is not formed. So how will you take the trade? There is no trade. If the engulf of the minor resistance is not happening there, that means your zone has no overwhelming orders. The engulf has to happen and then only the trade is there. Otherwise there is only looking into a V shape. I am not going to take a trade. I need the two engulfs. Then only the MIP gets created. So the key component of a MIP supply again, major resistance, sideways movement, price comes down, engulf of a support happens, major or minor, whatever. So this is a accumulation form in a way. This is a distribution form. And then what happens? This is my first engulf happened because a resistance got engulfed. Then price creates a rally, base, and a drop. Okay, and by this what happens? Price also engulfs a minor resistance, minor support. Okay, so when that happens, this is our engulf number 2, and we know that MIP supply has formed, and when price returns to it, I am going to take a beautiful trade there. So we know once the MIP forms with 2 engulfs of 2 supports, we know supply exceeds demand there. If there is no engulf, there is no MIP. Okay? So Anshul asking me, it means today there will be a lot of trades like this. Market is in downtrend whole time. See, it's about the time frame you are looking at. Okay, one day move will not create a MIP, but yes, if you are a intraday trader, you may see a lot of MIPs forming in 60 minutes chart and below. Okay, so understand Anshul, another thing. One day drop doesn't mean the trend. Trend means institutional trend curve. If you can find that institutional trap curve and there a trend change has happened, I mean, there you can find the supply MIPs. This is something very important to understand. Just one day drop doesn't mean the entire trend change. It can be just a retracement to a demand in a uptrend and price can move up again. So anyway, major resistance and major support, sideways range. Price is moving in sideways, the same thing happens, engulf of a support happens, then this price rallies up, creates a base, a drop, and another minor support gets engulfed. We know this is our engulf number 1, this is our engulf number 2. So if 2 engulf happens of 2 supports and price creates a rally base drop, we know this rally base drop is our MIP and we can draw a proximal line and distal line and we can take the trade. So once that happens, we know supply exceeds demand. So the MIP is a signal again that price is in a trend. In this case, it is in a downtrend, and in a downtrend, price will continuously create MIPs after MIPs. I mean supply MIPs after supply MIPs like this. Okay, it will create again rally base drop and will engulf another minor support. So we will take this previous engulf as engulf number 1 and this current engulf as engulf number 2, and we will have this MIP to demand in supply here. Okay, so if price returns to this, I can take a trade. The third, again price again rallies because this is a downtrend, creates a rally base drop, and by this another minor support gets engulfed. We know that this is engulf number 1 happened, thereafter rally base drop happened, and lastly we have a engulf number 2. So this is also a MIP structure formed in the chart, and this denotes downtrend. Okay, so this is a MIP structure in the chart, and the MIP structure shows that the trend is down if it is a supplied MIP, and expect more supply MIPs to get formed in the chart, and once supply MIP gets engulfed, price changes its trend. Okay, Manjula has a question, but PG, in most of the cases we don't get break limit zone as fast resistance or support. That is just a I wanted to show you that in many cases it happens that first a break limit zone gets created and then MIPs get created by the reaction of the break limit zone. But that doesn't mean that every time a MIP has to be created, I mean, by the reaction of any other zone like this one. This one got created by its own. It's an authentic MIP. As you can see, it is not created by a reaction of any other zone. The same, this MIP here, the MIP number 2 is a reaction of the MIP number 1. So this MIP got created because of the reaction number 1. Similarly, the MIP number 1 is created by the break limit zone. So it can happen that at this area there is no break limit zone. It is an independent MIP which got created. I mean, there may not be any break limit zone. That can happen, no problem at all. Or it may be a reaction of another MIP. It can also happen. So this is how the MIP forms. They can form independently, they can form because of a reaction of some other zone. Okay, Manjula, are you clear now? So if there is a break limit zone, I will be happy. I know that break limit zone will be creating MIP. If a MIP gets created, I will trade it. If it doesn't get created, I will not trade it. As simple as that. As such, there is nothing like that, Manjula, right? The reactionary levels are little weak and authentic levels are more powerful, okay, in a way. So with this structure, with these two angles, what we come to know about? We come to know that the structures tell us, these angles tell us that supply exceeds demand here, and then we should look for shorting, because if we are shorting, then we will earn money. If we are going long, there is a chance we will lose money, right? Or make small money, okay? So a lot of sell pending orders are here. So friends, any confusion, any challenges about this MIP supply and MIP demand? Same way, a supply MIP will also be looking like a V shape in the chart, okay? It always will look like something like this. Price is falling, then a V shape and then drop. So when falling, it will break a support and then the newly formed support. This two support has to be engulfed, and then we will know that this is my MIP supply, okay? Okay then. So all of you clear? Great. Nobody asking any question. I don't know whether you are clear or whether you are confused, but as nobody is asking question, I'm sure that everybody has understood that. Yes, Jai Prasad, it can created by authenticity field. This is just an example. This doesn't represent price is very dynamic, and this doesn't represent that there has to be the same sequence. The sequence may vary. Okay, this is just to show you. Once the sideways movement breaks, the distribution forms, and there in the distribution there may be a break limit zone, there may not be a break limit zone. Thereafter, because price changes its trend, you will start seeing all the MIPs forming in the chart. Okay. So note, if there is a break limit zone very close to a MIP, then we need to cover the break limit zone while taking the trade. So this is a resistance, a break limit zone got created. Now price came down, created another minor resistance, created a drop based rally and engulfed the minor resistance. By this, MIP got created because this is my engulf number 1, this is my engulf number 2, and the drop based rally is also there. Now in this case, look what happened. Price didn't give you a fill in the break limit zone at all. Did it? No, it didn't, right? It didn't. But this MIP is been created very near to the break limit zone. This is something we call as a level over level. Okay. So when there is a level over level, level over level means two good levels which are very near to each other. Okay, they are very close to each other. When that happens, we should keep our entry at the first level. We should keep our stop loss at the lower level, or what will happen otherwise, price may come down, break the first level and may go up from the second level. Okay, and this is very difficult to judge from which level it will go up, right? But why that happened? Because if anybody has put his stop loss below the MIP, think their stop loss is taken out. He stopped out and price has moved up thereafter. A big trade happened. A big trade happened and he missed the trade. So why that happened? Because once the stop loss is triggered, the stop loss order is a sell order. He has bought it here, right? So his squaring of order is a sell order, right? So if this stop loss order is a square of order and it is a sell order, then that means somebody is buying from him, right? So it is the institution who is buying from him. He is getting a lot of fill and thereafter the price moving up. Okay, so level over level is a very, very, very important concept, and you should always keep a watch about level over levels, whatever zones you are trading in the future, whether it is break limit zone, whether it is MIP, whether it is reverse zone, hidden zone, whatever. So level over levels are too dangerous. Always remember this. There is no change of trend happened, but there is only because of the level over level, price came down, took the stop, and now moving in the direction, and the trend continues. Okay. Any challenge? Any confusion till now? Until asking if there is no break limit zone and then close MIT from then we should place stop below this resistance. If there is no break limit zone, you don't have to worry. You don't have to keep your stop below, right? You have to keep your stop below the MIP. That's it. You don't have to worry about the resistance. Okay. So that's it for a momentum impulse pattern. There is nothing more to teach you. So you can go ahead and find it out in many charts, right? So this is an assignment what you can do and share it with me, and I will be helping you out in analyzing and finding the correct MIPs. So all the best. End of session. Thank you very much. Hope you like the session. Please send in your valuable feedback to me, and I will certainly take care of that. Now don't go away. I will open Trade Tiger and I will show you couple of MIPs before I go away. Right? So that is one thing we are going to do now. So don't go away. I'm just completing the slide and then we will go to the Trade Tiger chart and we will find out MIPs. So please do write your feedback to info@prosenjitghosh.com and I will be happy to go through it, and whatever suggestions, queries, complaints are there, I will take care of that and I will try to give you a better support in coming days. Okay, so that's it for the slide portion. That's all, nothing much there. It's a easy pattern but difficult at the beginning. It makes a little difficult for the students to find them, but after some time it will be easy for you to find them. Okay. Okay, what happened here? Friends, what happened here? To find out MIPs, we need to zoom out the chart. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. All of you can see the chart? All of you can see the chart? Anshul has a question, what are the other rules to trade MIP if there is higher time frame zone? Shall we avoid the trade after break of minor resistance? No, I will not avoid any kind of a trade there uh, because we will follow HTF rules and not go to 1 minute and try to trade take a trade against the HTF and make a big loss, right? Will not try to become hero by trying to play the 1 minute chart or maybe tick chart, okay? Because in front of your higher time frame level, there will be a small break limit zone will be created in 1 minute, and that break limit zone is only created just to take the trade, I mean take the price up to the higher time frame level, and it may hold for one or two times and then a big fall will happen. So we will not go for those kind of small trades. We will rather trade the bigger ones where big money is there, not the small ones. Okay, so all those things I will teach you in the upcoming sessions. Anyway, what is this pattern I have marked? Anyone? For marking MIPs, I have to start from the bottom, and slowly I will go up at the top, and then from the top I will slowly come down to the bottom. So only Richter can identify this is a accumulation because there is a sideways complete move and then the price breaks up. Okay. So what happened thereafter when price breaks up? So this is my first resistance which got engulfed here. Price came down, moved up. Okay. So in a way, I can call this small resistance here. Okay. So price moving up, created a resistance, came down, drop base rally. Okay. This is my first MIP, followed by, this is not an MIP here, don't get confused. Red candles doesn't make MIP. So the next MIP is, if this is a resistance, price moves up, creates another resistance, comes down, a V-like shape got created, another engulf of the resistance got happened there. I will mark this. Okay, I will mark this, and as you see, there is a small fake out and price moved up. Why the fake out happened? Probably because there is level over, two reasons. The main level is here. Okay, can you see the main level is not taken out, right? This MIP is a reaction of this level, and hence price has come down a little and moved up. So you could have put your entry there, and also there is a level over level. Okay, very close. So in this case, if there is a level over level, this kind of a chance is always there. This doesn't mean that the trend is changed, but sometimes your stop may get triggered. So it's better if you are taking an entry, there is no harm because price is going to go up, but you have to keep your stop, little below. There is level over level. So this is what happens. Now when price comes down, understand what happening here. This is a resistance which got engulfed here. Then price created another resistance, came down and moved up. This is almost a V-like shape, but in between price did something. Okay, what price did? Price came down and then a W-like shape created and then price moved up. Okay, so this is not an MIP. Okay, this is not an MIP because there is a W-like shape in the chart. Okay, now next, price moved up, engulfs this resistance here, small minor resistance, creates another small minor resistance, comes down, moves up, V-like shape. So this is my MIP. Okay, this is my MIP here in the chart. Okay, I can mark it because all are base candles. I will take this like this, and as you can see, price has come down to your MIP couple of times and moved up. So in between there is no V-like shape here. Okay, so what is this? If I want to understand what is this, if I draw a line here horizontal and a line below, what is this, my dear friends? What is this? Okay, so this is a reaccumulation. Okay, and breakout happened. This is not an MIP, so we need to look for an MIP here. So there is no MIP which we can find till now. Probably yes, there is one MIP which I can see. This is a resistance which got engulfed. Price moved up. Here it stopped. Okay, here it stopped and turned. These are swings of price. Price came down below the green candle. That is what I look for. Here in this red candle, price didn't came down to the green candle. Here it did. Okay, in this candle also, right? But there is no engulf. Here in this candle there is no engulf, but in this case there is engulf. Okay, so I will take this as MIP. What price did? Understand, these are all base candles, so I can always keep my this thing like to the lowest point of the base. Okay, so that is what one we can do. This is the lowest base among that, and what you see, price moved up, came down, and then again it moved up by this. Another, what got created? What is got created here, my dear friends? What is this? Reaccumulation. But nobody of you asked me, PG, why this MIP got engulfed? I mean, not engulfed, but faked out. Why it got faked out? Nobody asked me this question. PG, you are showing me MIPs, and this one, I can see it has broken. Why it broken? And then price moved up. What would have I would have put my stop there, and I would have lost money, isn't it? Right? So the answer basically is that though it is also an MIP, but there is another zone which is here. Okay, why this is a zone, we will learn it in upcoming stages. Okay, this is a base candle, this is a momentum candle, and there is a gap. Okay, so when that happens, we call it as a zone. We will learn it in upcoming days. As of now, know that this is a zone and this is level over level. Right, just click that stop again, the same thing, and price moved up. Okay, so that is, this is not a trend changing signal. Okay, and why that is, you just keep a screenshot of that and ask me after a couple of sessions, after 3 sessions. Okay, if I will give you the answer, not now. Not, you cannot trade the lower level, that is not possible because lower level is tested, but you can always trade it by keeping your entry here, stop a little bit lower. There is another way of trading which you can use to minimize risk, but that we will learn in upcoming sessions. Okay, now one thing more. Now this is an accumulation, right? So can I say this accumulation is tested? Why? This is the resistance which got faked out here. Price came back, tested and moved up. But by this also price created a MIP because this resistance got engulfed, price came down, V-like shape, price moved up. So this is my MIP here. This is another MIP in the chart. Price moved up again. This is my MIP here. This is another very nice MIP here in the chart. This is a pro gap MIP. We will talk about that in the upcoming session. So this is a MIP here because this is the engulf of the resistance followed by another resistance forming in the chart, and price engulfs that, and look how beautifully it works. Right? So thereafter we have this MIP also in this chart. This is also a MIP here. Why? Because this is a resistance and this is a resistance which got engulfed, right? This also can be taken as a MIP here. 2 candles are there. I'm talking about this one because in a way this is a resistance which got checked out, price came down, moved up, and this resistance here, which this candle created, also ended. So this can also be termed as a MIP, though there is no momentum candle, but if you go to a line chart, you will see a lot of V's. Can you see the V? So I have marked it properly because I can see a lot of V in the chart. Okay, so this is the trick. If you are not able to understand there is a MIP, you can change the chart into a line and you will find the V shapes, right? So once you know this is a MIP, what happens? Price moves up, comes down, and then again moves up. So now it is moving in sideways manner. So I know I can draw something here. So what happened here, friends? What happened here? Anybody? What happened? What can I call this one? Hello? Reaccumulation, right? So after reaccumulation, price moved up. Can I look? This is a small resistance, price engulfed. This is the resistance. This is my first resistance. This is my second resistance. So this is another smallest of MIP there. Price engulfs the MIP and slowly now coming down. Okay. Okay. So that is the reason once MIP gets engulfed, price changes its trend from 326. It came down to 200. That is a almost how many percent drop down happened? Think about that, right? I think 45%. I think, if I'm not wrong, right? So this is what happens, and thereafter price got very sideways. And then so once it breaks out, we know that this also become a accumulation, right? After the break of the accumulation, so thereafter we will try to find out MIPs. There was not such, and then price again created another MIP at the top. This is the MIP I have marked. In fact, this is an MIP here, and what happened? Now price breaks it, comes up and dropping. Okay, so this is my MIPs in the chart. Okay, this is all demand MIPs what you have seen, because price is still in trend and in uptrend, so you are seeing so many of demand MIPs, right? If I go to this place where a downtrend happens, so all of you can see this is a distribution, right? If I am talking anything which you, right? So, if you do not agree with me, then go ahead and ask me that, PG, I don't agree with you that this is a distribution. Okay, so price breaks down. Let's go very close. Price breaks down. So what happened there? What zone got created here, friends? What is this? What is this zone? This drop base drop. Who can identify this? Distribution is there, and the break of the resistance, something has got created at the distribution, and everyone's eyes lit up. Yes, it's a break limit zone. Price came up and dropped. Okay, so by this what got created? This is my support which got engulfed, and new support got created. Price moved up and dropped, and the new support got engulfed. So at the break limit zone, what kind of a zone got created here, my dear friends? What kind of a zone is this? This new one, right? It's an MIP. Yes, Richter, we can only know that a sideways movement is a uh, is a accumulation or distribution after the engulf of either resistance or support happens. Okay, so after the resistance or the support gets engulfed, then only you know it's an accumulation or distribution. Before that, how will you know? Right? It's just a sideways movement and it can change into a accumulation or distribution. Anything can happen there. Okay. So once the distribution is established, there is a break limit zone which could have traded this break limit zone. All of you know by this, right? And thereafter this MIP got created. Can we trade the MIP? Price returned to the MIP as you can see and gave a small reaction and it is holding the place, holding, and there you go. So how much RR you got here? Let's see. First we'll check the break limit zone. Say you are taking 2 trades. Okay. So first trade RR of 3:1. Second trade, if you are taking here, I will suggest your stop to be above. So almost 1.61 because the RR is reduced because of this level over level. Okay, so just a second and look what could be the RR. .44, 59, 60 points. Now you will ask me, how could you take that trade in the second move? Who is not going to ask me? Tell me. How PG will take this trade here? You will all have the question, isn't it? This zone is so many times tested. This MIP is once, twice, thrice, fourth, and this is the 5th time. I mean, PG, you only told us that after 3 times a zone breaks, right? All of you have this question or not? See, I am asking your questions, ma'am. You should be asking me this question, right? So there comes so what is this? What is this? What is this, friends? Is it a sideways movement? Is it a symmetrical triangle? Is it a pennant? Is it a distribution, redistribution? What is it? Yes, symmetrical triangle. Yes, symmetrical triangle, correct. What else? A symmetrical triangle can be forward, institutional trap curve. A symmetrical triangle can be redistribution as well. It's a redistribution. What happened? Price moved up to the symmetrical triangle and the big fall happened. Okay. So when the big fall happened, now this is a support. Again, this is a support which got engulfed. Price moved up. Another support got created and that also got engulfed. So by this is my MIP which got created in the chart. Okay. So thereafter another MIP got created which is here. Not so convincing, but it's a MIP. Okay. How? This is the support and this is another support which got engulfed. Can you see there is a small engulf? So this is my MIP number 3. Price moved up to the MIP, gave a beautiful reaction. Okay. So again, look at this. If I draw this support, right, it engulfs it, comes down, moves up and then drops. Okay. Drops. So this is an engulf of the minus support as well. So this is also a MIP. Okay. But this MIP gave a small reaction and then price breaks it and comes down. But why? Why that happened? That price moves up and then came down. The answer lies in the chart. Okay. So if you check what is here, 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, and 4 level. So this is what happened there. Okay. This is something we will learn what these levels mean in the upcoming session. So we will learn about this, why this MIP gets broken and price moved up to the top. All of you can understand this MIP is a reaction only, right? So there is something else, some knowledge which I will deliver you in the upcoming session, and then this part will also be clear. So in this entire course, basically you are going to learn each and every price movement. You are going to know what means, right? If something is happening, what is it means to you? So follow the institutional trap curve, follow the MIP, follow the break limit zone. You are going to get the best of the trends. So friends, any question, any challenges now? Any question, any challenges? Any question, any challenges on supply break limit zones, MIPs, normal MIPs, any question, any challenges? The entire concept will roll upon this MIPs and all, right? So rest of the concept. So be very, do a lot of practice and be very, cautious when you find them out. Yes, Ravi. Yes, Jai Prasad. You will need practice to find this out. Understand, I am doing this so easily. I can even, if I zoom it out completely, no, still I will be able to show you which are the MIPs, because I have practiced so many times. You need practice to find this out. But it is not at all difficult. It is very easy. Only thing, one thing you need to do, if price is moving up, you should start from the bottom and start marking all the resistances, because demand MIPs will be found by marking the resistances. Each and every resistance, whatever you are seeing in the chart, go ahead and mark it, and that will help you to find out the MIPs, okay? That will help out you to mark the MIPs, okay? Whatever you are finding, mark it, okay? Same way, when price, the distribution happens and price is in downtrend, at that time mark all the supports, because supply MIP is formed by engulfing supports. So that way you will be able to find all the supports. This is the easiest way. Okay? No, you need to draw also. that is something you will also achieve with time. Okay? So something will take little time, because this particular pattern is little critical, and this pattern you will need to learn properly, because if you doesn't learn it properly, and that is why I have given so much time, so much gap between these advanced sessions. So I'm giving you one week's gap. Why? Because you can do a lot of practice, because MIPs are something we will deal till the end of the course. So you need to be very clear about this pattern, right? So you need to do a lot of practice. If you do practice, there will be doubts coming up. You post the charts, I will clear out your doubts, and believe me, thereafter you will not face any challenges in your lifetime. Okay? So is it clear now? Any challenges? For the last time I am asking this boring question to you, which I always ask, right? And I make you, I know all of you get bored with my all these questions, right? So any challenges? Any confusion? Anything which I can help? Any doubts? No? Okay, that's great, friends. So that brings me to the end of today's session. Absolutely not, Richter. Every chart, everywhere you will find it. Even if I go to 1 minute chart, you will find them very easily. It's not at all difficult. See, I will find them right in front of you, right? I will find them. I only draw the support. I know, as he said, Anshul, can you see? This is an MIP, beautifully worked, right? I can see them. This is also an MIP. It's so easy. It's not difficult. Don't tell me it is difficult. Okay? Once you practice, even if I can say this one is a MIP here. This one. Why this one? Why this one? This is a support which got engulfed, new support got created, price created a rally based drop, and look how many MIPs got created. You say, you are telling me that it is difficult to find. Can you see the entire Wyckoff curve is running here? This is a distribution. Can you see that? Isn't it not working? I am teaching you the real things, my dear friends. If you are not concentrating, then I will not be able to help you. Okay? Can you see all these things? Can you see a small distribution here? Can you see this? All these MIPs? What's happening here? And look, where from it started at the top. Okay? So even in 1 minute I showed you everything, right? So many MIP, don't worry, right? Let it be. If there is so many MIP Richter, that is going to help me in an advanced session, in an advanced topic. Okay? So we will use so many MIPs together to find out a different thing. Okay? So we will learn that in the upcoming session. So a lot of many things we need to learn till now. I hope it is getting interesting day by day for all of you, all these sessions. And if you are finding it interesting, if you are finding it good, better, and the best, then please, I would request each one of you to go to my Facebook page and please give me some rating and some feedbacks there, because when you find something good, it should be shared with the whole world, because otherwise people, other students may not be they will never come to know that what I am doing here, or nobody will know that it is a good course which I am running or something very important I am teaching. So if you will, it's a very honest thing. Don't write anything which you don't feel for the course. Write whatever you want. Give me whatever you rating you want to give me. I am okay with it, and I am very happy whatever you rate me. But rate me very honestly. That's my only. That is what I want from all of you. So let everybody know that how we are doing here. So that is my one request to each one of you. Anshul, my Facebook page, if you go to Facebook, search for the Trap Trader. Okay, I posted the link, the Trap Trader, in Facebook. You can review me, write some thing about the course, about me, how you are feeling, how you are doing about it, is it easy, tough, whatever, and also give me some rating. There is a 5-scale rating, so whatever you feel like, you can rate me. Right? So thank you very much. See you then in my next session, which will be happening on Monday. I will not be there. I actually, because of you people, I changed the date, and I thought, why not go out for a small outing, right? And lot of work I'm doing, so a little bit of space will rejuvenate myself, right? So the trading gets better and better. So please do excuse me for those 2 days. I will again reschedule, and everything will be running smoothly. So on Monday evening at 7 p.m. we will have the next session. Thank you very much, friends. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.